Hello, my third grade friends. Today we are doing Unit 5, Lesson 8, which is on page 297 of your books. Go ahead and grab that and probably a whiteboard, and let's get started. In this activity lesson today, we are going to be thinking about how to find, errors in our thinking, looking at two-step problems, solving a couple, thinking about if the answer is reasonable, because when we're doing math, we don't just blindly follow steps. Sometimes situations are tricky or confusing or maybe even misleading, and we want to pause for a moment and consider, does that sound right, or does that sound like kind of way off? So that's what we're doing today. Let's get started. We got our puzzle penguin here. Remember, puzzle penguin always makes a mistake, and we want to think about how to help our little friend. So it says, dear math students, my teacher gave me this problem. Luther had 11 sheets of colored paper. 6 were orange, the rest were blue. Today he used 2 sheets of blue paper. How many sheets of blue paper does Luther have now? Here's what I did. 11 minus 6 equals 5. Luther now has 5 blue sheets. Is my answer correct? If not, please correct my work and tell me what I did wrong. Think about it for a moment. You can pause if you need more time. I'm going to go into it, okay? So the first step was figuring out, okay, you got 11 total. You got 6 orange. And then you had the remaining blue. Then that was like up to here, right? Up to this point, that's what we had there. And this is correct. 5 is that answer. But then there's this whole second part of the problem. He just finished the problem too early. So he used 2 sheets of paper. So with that 5, we're going to subtract 2, and then we're going to get 3. So we're going to say, oops, you forgot the second step. Right? Okay. Now, let's go ahead and think about our two-step problems here in this. So the Hillside bus had 14 passengers. When it stopped, 5 people got off and 8 people got on. How many people are riding the Hillside bus now? So we're starting with 14. 5 people got off. That's the first step. We're going to put it in parentheses. Then, when people get on the bus, that's adding people. So we're going to add 8. Now, underneath this two-step equation, I'm going to simplify it by doing the first step. So 14 minus 5, what is that? 9, right? 9. Bring the rest of it down, plus 8. Now, what's that? 17. 17 people. Let's do this one. There are 15 fish in a tank. 12 are goldfish, and the others are angelfish. How many more goldfish are there than angelfish? So think about what we're doing here. We do need to find the number of angelfish, and then we need to compare it to the goldfish amount. So first let's find 15, and we're going to take away 12, and that's going to leave us with the number of angelfish. What is that real quick? 15 minus 12 is 3. So if we're comparing comparison bars, we have goldfish and angelfish. If we know that the goldfish amount is 12 and we know that the angelfish amount is 3, to find this difference we're going to have to subtract 3 from 12. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put 12 minus, and now, because we have that in parentheses, everyone will do that first, so then look at 3, and then we'll bring the rest of this down. 12 minus 3, which is 9 angelfish. Or no, 9 more goldfish, that's what it is. More goldfish. That's the difference. Okie dokie, let's continue. Okay, Sunmi picked 14 apricots. Celia picked 5 fewer apricots than Sunmi. How many did they pick altogether? So, step 1, figure out how many Celia did. And then step 2, add Sunmi and Celia's together. So, do some comparison bars. Sunmi did 14, and Celia picked fewer. If she did fewer, she gets the little bar. So we'll put Celia there. Sunmi here. She had 14, and the difference was 5. With that, we're going to subtract. So 14, take away 5, which is 9. Are we done yet? We know how many Celia did. Not quite. We need to figure out how many they did together. So then we're going to do, so here we did 14 minus 5, which was 9, right? And then we're adding the 14, because that's what Sunmi's amount was. So 9 plus 14, that's going to be 23 apricots. All right. Number 5, Annie took 8 photographs at home and 7 photographs at school. Her sister Amanda took 6 fewer photographs than Annie. How many photographs did Amanda take? Oh, it's a bummer when they both start with A, but it's fine. So we know that Annie did those 2 separate sections of photographs, and then we know that Amanda had fewer than Annie's total. So first we have to find what? Annie's total, right? So we're going to do that by doing the 8 plus 7, which is 15. And then from that, we're going to subtract 6, because that'll help us find, because 6 was the difference between Annie and Amanda, so that'll help us find how many Amanda took. So 15 minus 6, what is that? 9, right? 9 photos. Okay. Next one here, there are 5 mice, 3 gerbils, and some hamsters in a cage. Altogether, there are 15 animals in the cage. How many hamsters are there? So, we know 15 total. We're going to subtract what we do know is in there, which I'm going to put in parentheses, 5 plus 3. And that will leave us with our remaining what are they, hamsters, right? And then we will know that amount. So what's 5 plus 3? 8. 15, take away 8 is 7. So there are 7 hamsters. Okay. I would like you to try these 3 on your own, and then when you're ready, we'll move on to this. Okay, so do these, and then, so pause it now, and then we'll go over here. Okay. Now we're thinking about if these answers are reasonable. Use rounding or mental math and decide if the answer is reasonable. Write yes or no, then write an equation to solve the problem to see if you're correct. So, number 10, Chelsea's class collected cans of food for their local food pantry. They collected 27 cans on Monday, 78 cans on Tuesday, then on Wednesday they collected 53 cans. How many cans did the class collect on those 3 days? So right here, I'm looking at nearly 30 and nearly 80. 30 and 80 is 110 plus 53. If you're adding 110 to 53, you're going to have 160, and that's kind of close to 160. Let's take a look and see if we are right. So 27 plus 78 plus 53. I feel like it's close, but I'm not sure if it's right. 7 plus 3, well, it could be. 7 plus 3 is 10, plus 8, so 18. 2 plus 1 is 3. Yeah, I think it is right. And then plus 7, now 10, so 158. So yeah, pretty close. It is right. There you go. So 27 plus 78 plus 53 equals 158. Hands. All right, next one. Barry strings beads. He has 54 beads on a string and took off 29 beads. Then he took off 5 more. How many beads are on the string now? All right, so this is like between 50 and 60. This is almost 30. So if you take away 30 from 60, that's going to be 30. And then if you took off more, I think it's more closer to like 25-ish or something. Let's see. So let's do 29 plus 5. We'll do 54 minus 29 plus 5. 29 plus 5 is 34. So 54 minus 34, it's actually like 20, right? $20 beads. All right. I'd like you to try these two on your own. Just sort of think out loud. Think, this is pretty close to 30. That's pretty close to 50. That's pretty close to 50. What do you think that could be? Okay. Good practice. Let's turn that page and continue. Let's do a couple more together. There were 83 students in a spelling contest. In the first round, nine students were eliminated, and then 29 students were eliminated in the second round. How many students were left for the third round? So I'm thinking this is nearly 10, and that's nearly 30. So like almost 40 got subtracted. That sounds wrong. 24 students left. So let's do 83 minus parentheses 29 minus 9 or plus 9. So 29 and 9 together are 38. So 83 minus 38. 3 minus 8 is not going to work, so you have to ungroup. So that turns into 7 tens, and now we have 13 ones. 13 minus 8 is 5, and 7 minus 3 is 4. So it's 45 students. Okay, one more together, and then you'll be on your own. During 1 week, Tina rode her bicycle 42 miles, and Jim rode 9 fewer miles than Tina. How many miles did they ride all together that week? So we got to figure out. Okay, so 42, take away almost 10. It's like 32-ish. If you have 32 and 42, it's pretty close to 75. So I think that's probably right. Let's see. So 42 minus 9, that's Jim's amount, plus 42 for Tina's amount. 42 minus 9 is actually going to be, let's do it over here. 2 minus 9, not going to work. You got to ungroup. You have 3 tens here. Now you have 12 ones. That's going to be 3. So 33 plus 42. That is 75. Hooray. All right. You try the next ones on your own, and I will see you next time. Thanks for joining me. If you need any help, let me know. Or if I'm not your teacher, ask your own teacher. Okay, bye guys.